What is up, guys? Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So the markets were a bit shaky today. S&P 500 and the Dow Jones each went up 0.1%. NASDAQ 100 went down 0.4% as the Russell 2000 went up almost 0.4% on the day. And today we're going to be talking more about the markets, breaking down some technicals, going over 10 stocks to buy now. And I also want to share with you guys what stocks I own right now. And let me tell you, I'm holding a couple stocks right now in my swing portfolio. And on top of that, we're also going to be talking about where my head is at overall as a trader and as an investor. So if you guys find value, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure to go down below, get into the Strive Smart Discord chat, the Facebook group, get 2 stocks from WeBull and $30 from M1 Finance. And if you guys want to support me and the content further, check out the Patreon down below. I just launched that yesterday. Already have 10 people. If you guys did sign up for that, I really appreciate you guys. And just know, in the next couple of days, there's going to be more tiers added onto the Patreon. So go check it out. Again, all of those are linked right down below in the description box. So let's get into it. Overall, again, the markets were all over the place, some red, some green. The S&P and the Dow, they pretty much broke even, although they each went up 0.1%. And we're looking here, what we are looking at, shall I say, is the S&P 500. And again, this went up almost 4 points, up 0.1%. And what we're seeing, I mean, it's not really collapsing, but it's also not really breaking out either. It's kind of just consolidating. I mean, you guys can see here on the 5-day, 5-minute especially, I'm really talking about these past 2 days, we've just been consolidating. We did see a breakout yesterday, right? Not just consolidation, but after that breakout, which again, that breakout was very bullish since it took us out of the downtrend from the previous couple of days. But after that breakout, what we saw is consolidation. Again, at about, 10 a.m. yesterday here on the East Coast, we started consolidating at 38.30, about 38.40, in this little 10-point window. And today, I mean, you can see it again. We held 38.30 at the close. We hit a high of about 38.47. But overall, yeah, we're still struggling in this little 10, 15-point window. So I want to see what happens. What is today? Wednesday. I want to see what happens tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday to see exactly what direction we're going to pick. I think if we break 38.45, 38.50, S&P 500, I think we're going 38.70 from there. That's a pretty safe bet. It's not guaranteed, of course. Nobody knows what's going to happen, but I think we could get up there eventually, maybe this week. We'll see. It could happen this week. We'll see. But on the flip side, if 38.30 breaks on the downside, which is a big support right now, that could be a bad look for the bulls, obviously. We could end up going down maybe low 3800s, right around the moving averages here on the hourly chart. So keep an eye on these levels, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments on the markets. I would love to know, as always, are you buying? Are you selling stocks? Let me know in the comments. And for me, I didn't do anything in my swing portfolio today. If you guys saw my video earlier on Amazon, I'll link that down below. We dove into the Amazon Q4 earnings. We looked at the full year 2020 numbers, what I'm doing with my Amazon stock. If you guys didn't see that video earlier, it's okay. I'll link it down below. Go check it out after you watch this video. I guarantee you'll find value there. But other than what I did with Amazon, all I did was simply hold on to my existing positions. And one of them, I bought this one yesterday, is AMD, ticker symbol AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. This is one that I got in at $87.25. And today, it did show a sign of signs of a breakup this morning. We hit $89, a little bit higher. I think $89.50 was the high of the day. And from there, we didn't continue the push. We actually ended up gapping down. But overall, we are holding this 50 SMA on this hourly chart. But what this is really telling me is that the downtrend is still in effect here on AMD. So I'm in this one not too prematurely, but I understand that I'm buying in right now at a point where it hasn't confirmed the breakout quite yet. And where will it confirm the breakout, you may ask? I'd say about $90, $91. From there, we're going to see, in my humble opinion, a gap up to the mid-90s. And overall, I think AMD is going $100. So either way, whether I'm buying at 87, taking a bit more risk, or, waiting until 90 for the confirmation, either way, I think we're going mid-90s, high 90s. So either way, I think I'm going to make money here. But hey, I could be wrong. But that's what I'm doing with AMD. I'm also still in NEO, which did well today, up 4%. And right here is the moment of truth. Take a look at this. What is this? The hourly chart. Look where we are right now. Right around the 180 SMA here, the resistance, and right where this descending triangle meets resistance. So this is going to be a big spot tomorrow for the rest of this week here for NEO. If we fail here, guys, this is big. If we fail at 58, 59 and dump off, we could be going right back to 55. That is going to probably happen if we take a gap down, a big dump off tomorrow. We're going to go, in my opinion, back to 55. And if the descending triangle plays out, I've said this before, if that plays out, we're going to dump under 55. That would not be good. If we go low 50s, well, it depends. I mean, you think that's good? If you want to buy at lower prices, that could be good. But if you're already in the stock, that might not be good. But yeah, that's what could happen. And if we break out of this, I think 60 plus is where we're going. That's where I think we're going if we break out of this descending triangle. So watch out for NEO. I'm still in that one. SQ, I'm still in. I'm up handsomely on this position right now. I think I got in, it's here in my notes, 206, added more at 218. I locked in some profits earlier this week on a small position, or small portion of my position, and I'm letting the rest ride out. And same thing here with Square, very similar to NEO, is it's also at a pretty big, honestly, resistance at 230. So I think if 230 could take out, mid 230s, 240s is coming for Square, so I'm holding on for that. And Tattooed Chef, TTCF, I'm still in this one. Tattooed Chef, let's see how this did today. I wasn't really tracking it, to be honest with you guys. But today it went up 1.5%. Okay, so we're pretty much a little bit under my cost basis here on Tattooed Chef. So I'm still under the water, but I'm holding on. And what else do we have here? Switchback Energy, SBE, I'm still in that one. And today was a great day, up 6%. This is one that you may be asking yourself, is the rally over? Honestly, I think the rally's just beginning, which is why I'm in this, which is why I'm positioned in this right now. I think mid-40s, 44, 46, that is where we could be going on SBE. And Workhorse, I'm still in. This one up 6% today. Awesome. And SLV is one that I was considering, but I didn't. I was considering it, though, adding more into my SLV position. We saw it dump a ton. I mean, you guys saw what happened with Wall Street Bets and silver, that whole distraction from the silver market. That's what they were saying. The silver market was a distraction from people going to GameStop, to AMC, and we saw a big squeeze in SLV. It went from 24 to almost $30 in a very short amount of time, and now it's since pulled down. It actually broke 26.75, that support. It also broke 25.50, 25.60, but now it is actually holding a higher low these past 2 days. It's been holding this right around the 50 SMA, 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart. So this could be gearing up for another leg up. It's not confirmed quite yet, but I'm thinking if it could break back into 25, mid 25, high 25 SLV, I think we could, be breaking out again on this one. And again, I almost added money today, additional money to what I already have in it, but I didn't. And I might tomorrow, maybe Friday, we'll see. But overall, that's what I'm doing, guys. I'm holding on to my positions. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys are up to. And if you are enjoying the video, hit the like button. And if you want some free money, I don't know if you did this already, but check out the M1 link down below and the WeBull link. You get 2 free stocks from WeBull and $30 free from M1 Finance. And now let's get into these 10 stocks. And some of these actually reported earnings after market hours today, and I didn't see what they reported yet. So we're going to look at those together here, those 3. Well, you'll wait a second here, and you'll see what they are. But the first one is Spotify, ticker symbol SPOT. They didn't do so well. Their EPS came in at negative 79 cents versus negative 69 cents. So they missed there. And revenue came in at $2.58 billion versus $2.61 billion estimated. So a double miss for Spotify. And the stock is sure feeling that. I mean, take a look. It went down 8% today. $30, almost $30 per share in the red today. And I mean, geez, this 345 resistance, it won yet again. It won yet again. I mean, take a look at how many times the stock has failed at 345. It's countless. I mean, once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Excuse me, guys. 11, 12 times almost here in the past couple of months. And now we're approaching a support, which we've also held in the past couple of months. So, I mean, this has been a textbook horizontal play. I mean, this horizontal channel, it's been a textbook horizontal channel ever since what? the end of November. You guys could see it right there. And we held, what was that? 315 or 310 is the support. We held that once, twice, 3 times, 4, 5, 6 times. So I'm going to look and see if Spotify does get down to 310. Maybe, big maybe, but maybe we could see some sort of relief rally from there. Because, guys, if a stock goes down, you know, yeah, it could continue going down, no doubt about it. And if 310 breaks, it's probably going to go down to 290. But if a stock goes down a bunch in a short period of time, sometimes it sees relief rallies, right? It snaps back up, you know, in the short term before it either continues going up or goes for another leg down. And in this case, you know, we could see a bit of a relief rally, I would say, maybe from 310 to, you know, although we're not at 310, we close at 317, but maybe from 317 to 330 before it goes back to 345 or it goes back to test 310. So watch out for Spotify. I mean, this is a decent one to keep on the list, on the watch list these days. You know, it could be a play there. And there goes Siri again, man. I don't know what the heck is wrong with this Siri check on my wrist here, but AbbVie, ABBV, this also reported earnings today. EPS came in at $2.92 versus $2.85 estimated, so they beat there. And revenue came in $13.86 billion versus $13.7 billion estimated. So a nice double beat on AbbVie. And full year, or actually no, we'll talk about that in a second. Q4 revenue was, again, $13.86 billion. And guess what? Last year, Q4 revenue in 2019 was $8.7 billion. So gosh, guys, $5 billion year-over-year growth in revenue in the Q4 for AbbVie. That is dang impressive. I'm not going to lie. I didn't expect that. And they see full year 2021 EPS of $12.32 versus $12.52 or through $12.52 versus the $12.20. So they see EPS more than what analysts were expecting. So if you guys didn't know, most of you probably don't, I've been in AbbVie for a good amount of time now. It's in my long-term account on M1 Finance. You guys can see that playlist on my YouTube channel. That's the only public portfolio that I show you guys. Go check that out in the playlist. But I've been buying that one. There goes Siri again. I've been buying this stock, AbbVie, for a while, and they pay a pretty nice dividend. I mean, you're not going to get rich off this stock, although they did have some good growth there year over year. It's not the best growth stock. I mean, gosh, guys, it's you can't qualify. It's not a growth stock. It's not a growth stock, but you know, it's more of a dividend stock. So they pay about 5%, and technically speaking, we haven't talked about Head and Shoulders in a couple of videos. This could be a Head and Shoulder in the early stages, or actually not really the early stages, but in the stage of the right shoulder trying to complete. We'll see. But you can see here, left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder could be here if we fail at 108 to 110. I mean, that is the neckline that I'm seeing. So let's say we consolidate at 108, 110 a couple days, then we dump off into the low 100s. That would not be good. That would be the Head and Shoulder playing out. But if we break the neckline, let's say at 108, 110, that is where we can see AbbVie break out even further into the 115s, which could be a short-term play, we could make some money there if you guys are interested in day trading or swing trading, although this is not financial advice, and you must always do your own research. You guys know that. But that's AbbVie, that's Spotify there. And now let's get into these three stocks that I haven't looked at their earnings yet, and we're going to get a live reaction. So the first one is PayPal, ticker symbol PYPL, and I'm also a proud owner of PayPal stock, and I've been for a while at this point, and today it went up 1.1%, and if we take a look at live news and go to the intraday chart here, let's see. Now that's some volatility. It closed at 251. It went up to 260, dropped to 248. Now it's hovering at 255. So let's see. They did EPS. Let's take a look here if I could find it. EPS of $1.08 versus $1. So they beat EPS. And revenue came in at $6.12 billion versus $6.09 billion. So hey, double beat there on EPS and revenue. And let's take a look at this. So they see full year 2021 total payment volume growth in the high 20s on a percentage basis year over year. Okay, that makes me pretty dang happy. I'm not going to lie, because total payment volume is what a lot of these, PayPal, MasterCard, Visa, Square, a lot of these companies use that metric. It's a big metric. So they're still growing in the high 20s. Let's go. That's going to be good. So that is a brief look there. I don't want to dive too deep into that, although we could talk all day about it. And now it's moving above 256, which was the high from pre-market today. So watch out for PayPal. I mean, excuse me, guys. Again, my throat is clogging up. But yeah, watch out for this. Overall, it looks like it already did a V-shaped recovery, whatever you want to call it, and 260 seems to be the breakout spot. So who knows? I mean, we could see another leg up due to the good earnings, maybe up to 270. That could happen. But I'm already in the stock at the $100 range, 120, right around there. So I'm not chasing it up here. But as a breakout momentum type of day trade, that could be an option there. And Qualcomm, QCOM, they also just reported earnings, and oh man, they are dumping off a cliff. Take a look at that. This stock went down 1.5% at the closed at $162, and now it is down to $148 after hours. It's gapped down over 8%. So that's rough. I mean, if you're a shareholder out there, I feel your pain. This has happened to me before, so I'm with you there. But if we're looking at the EPS, they did $2.17 EPS versus $2.10. Revenue came in at $8.23 billion. That missed the $8.27 billion. So they beat EPS. They missed revenue, and I'm not too sure what is pushing the stock down here a ton. It's got to be some sort of guidance. It's got to be something here. I'm not really seeing it, but I'll dive deeper into it later for myself, and I really encourage you guys to do that as well. And based on the technicals now, this is not good. I mean, after hours, again, we're under $150, and 153 is a big support. So the fact that we, collapsed right under it, we broke right under it, that's not a good sign whatsoever. And, I would not play this unless we get back over 153. At that point, maybe we can make a play to the high 150s. Either way, this is a falling knife. You got to be careful. And we'll see how tomorrow pans out if we get maybe some sort of relief rally similar to what we talked about with Spotify. So watch out for Qualcomm. eBay is another one they just reported today. And gosh almighty, it is up $5 after hours. That is a very good sign. It almost hit $65. So it was up almost $7 after hours, which is a massive move. That's a move of about 10%. So it's up 8 to 10% after hours right now. So they must have done well. Let's take a look. eBay did EPS of 86 cents versus 83 cents estimated. So they beat there. And revenue came in at $2.9 billion versus $2.7 billion. And this is probably it. Their forecast here, they see Q1 EPS of $1.03 versus through $1.08 versus 86 cents. So that's great. Guidance is up a ton, and revenue guidance is also up. They see sales of $2.94 billion to $2.99 billion, almost $3 billion, versus the $2.5 billion estimated. So great guidance there. That's got to be it. And they're boosting the dividend as well. I wonder, I haven't really looked at eBay's dividend. I wonder what their dividend is percentage-wise. I doubt it can't be over 1. I mean, it's got to be a small dividend. It's got to be. Let me pull it up here on my iPad now. I'm curious. I can't do the rest of the video without seeing this. It's got to be a small dividend. Let me take a look at it. I could be wrong. All right, yeah, it's 1.1%, right around where I thought, right around 1%. So that is interesting, and I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know down below on eBay. Are you holding eBay? Honestly, I'm not an eBay shareholder. I've done a lot of eBay flipping, like I've mentioned before in videos, but I've never owned. I've owned it, trading it, but it's not a long-term position for me right now. And at this point, I wouldn't chase it either. If it comes down, maybe high 50s, that could be a decent entry point, maybe even in the lower 60s, depending on price action tomorrow. So let's take a look. My iPad's shut on me. I'm turning it back on right here. Let's take a look at some notes. BNGO, that's another one, Bionanogenomics. This 20-day chart looks pretty solid. I like the way we broke to the upside out of this wedge, and if you guys were watching the channel a couple days ago, we talked about this. So it panned out nicely, it broke out, and now we're just consolidating. We've been consolidating the past 2 days at right around $12. We closed down today at about, we closed down 1.4%. At about $11.80. And there was a catalyst that came out that shot up Bionano the other day up to about $13.30. I'm forgetting what it was, but overall there was a catalyst, and the stock's on the move. So I'm going to be watching it from $12 to about $13 tomorrow. That's the range that I'm seeing, and you guys can see that on the 5-day, 5-minute. $13 general resistance with support being at about more like $11.50, $12. So this could be a range we trade in tomorrow, and I think if we break $13.30, we're going to be maybe, I don't want to say for sure, nothing's for sure, guys, you must know that, but we could end up seeing momentum to the highs. Who knows? That could happen. I think that could happen. And Facebook is one that, very similar to Bionano, it's in a wedge, right? Well, Bionano wasn't a wedge, it broke out. And now we're seeing Facebook overall, it's in a wedge, but it hasn't broke out yet. Take a look. We're making higher lows, 206. at 246 and at 253, but we're also making lower highs at 307, 290, 288, just recently at 280. So are we going to go to 275 now, test that, and make it another lower high, and then dump off to maybe 255? Is that what we're going to do and squeeze deeper into the wedge? Or are we going to break out? And I think this breakout, I don't know when, but I think it's going to come soon, and we'll be able to play a move on Facebook. I don't want to say for sure, but I'm thinking into the high 200s, 290, maybe 300 even. That is where I think we could be going. So I'm watching Facebook for that. And Lordstown Motor is the same pattern pretty much. We're making higher lows, but also lower highs. And now we're just peaking out of this resistance. We're not fully out of it. We didn't break out of it quite yet, but we did go up 10% today, which is great. And we're trying to make a move out of the wedge. That is the big plus. And I think in the short term, if we could do that, $30 is in the cards here for Lordstown Motors. So that could be a move of about 10-12% on the upside. So watch out for Lordstown. Another one here is Caterpillar, CAT. They just did EPS of $2.12 versus $1.49. So they crushed earnings in terms of EPS. And revenue came a tad short, $11.2 billion versus $11.25 billion. So that was a little short. Not too big. Not too big of a drop, but they didn't beat revenue. And overall, the stock is down. It's down about $10 from its high, down about 4%. And overall, I mean, we're breaking out. This is a pretty good sign. Take a look at Caterpillar. You know, these past couple of days, 2 days, it broke out of this downtrend at 185. It also broke the 50 SMA. Now we're trying to hold 190. This is a good sign. I think we could be making a move higher here on Caterpillar. This could be the start of a breakout. And Amazon's the last one, and I'm not going to talk too much about it here. If you guys didn't see my video earlier, make sure to go check that out. I'll link it down below. We go deeper into Amazon, their earnings, what I'm doing with my position. So go check that out. It is linked down below. And yeah, check that out. And I really appreciate you guys for all the support. It means a lot. If you all enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you want to be more connected on a deeper basis, check out the Strive Smart Discord chat, the Facebook group. Those are free. You could also join me on Patreon. That's linked down below. I just launched that yesterday. Go check it out. As of now, there's only one tier, but within the next week, there's going to be multiple tiers. So go check out the Patreon. It is linked right down below. Same with the $30 from M1 Finance. That's free. And the 2 free stocks from WeBull. All of those are linked down below in the description box. So I'll catch you all in the next video, which is the Amazon video. It's right here. Click that. Go check it out. And yeah, keep crushing the market. Stay safe out there. I'll catch you all in that video. Go watch it. Peace out, guys.